welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm Angel. This is Angel Uncut.
Whoa!
And the reason why I named this Angel Uncut is because what you see is what you get. I'm going to show you my nasty, disgusting, messy, unorganized home. And then I'll show you how I clean it and how I can organize it. And that's it. I love to decorate. I love to cook, clean. Definitely love to shop. I know all of us women love to shop. I'll be showing you a lot of that stuff. I'll be showing you some stuff outside, you know, my plants and stuff like that. I'll even do cook with me, shop with me, stuff like that. Because that's just a lot of the things that I like to do. I have 2 kids, 2 daughters. I'm married and I have my little fur baby, which is right here hanging out on this couch. So I'm going ahead and get started and show you all around my home, and then we'll get started cleaning. Okay, so here is my living room. Right here. I know it doesn't look too bad, but I need to shampoo the carpets. He got sick this morning. I'm not sure what he got into, but I've got to shampoo these carpets today. That's actually what I'm working on. That needs to be cleaned up. I've got some pile of mess over here. Also, FYI, if he is still sick tomorrow, I'm taking him to the puppy doctors. Because this is my son. This is not a dog. This is my son. I would cry if something happened to him. I've got all this mess over here. All these shoes over here on the floor. We actually have a designated shoe spot out in the garage, which I'll show y'all there. Which I do need to clean up that too. We're getting into warmer weather. So I'm probably going to take all these jackets and coats and stuff down and put them up in the attic. Yes, I have already kind of semi-decorated for summer. This is my living room as of right now, though. And then let's go ahead and walk. This is my dining room. Again, it's semi-messy, not as bad as usually it is. Usually, this is like a catch-all. Everything goes here. I've got smudges on this glass here that I need to get cleaned. It's disgusting. I need to clean out his water bowl. My youngest actually put doggy food in his water bowl. So I really need to get his water bowl cleaned, which is in my very small kitchen. And yes, if you see this needs to be cleaned off here and this needs to be painted, but I'm so short I couldn't reach it. So, and these I have took apart because they broke. So I've got to get them fixed and then get them painted and put back in. This kitchen used to be like a really weird, ugly gray color. But this is my messy, disgusting kitchen, okay? Just honest. This is my honesty. Like, see how gross this is? I've got shot glasses here. My husband, I don't know. I don't drink. Receipts, my little pie things. This is a catch-all too for my husband. And of course, there's my son. Raising mortal heck. We've got a rag here. I'm not sure where this come from. Mail. Cups. I made tea last night. My husband's medicine. All that. So I've got to get dishes done and get all this cleaned up. I need to probably wipe this fridge off because there's usually smudges all over this fridge. Okay. Then I'm going to go in here. Not sure what he's barking at. This is what he does. Oh, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him, Mama. He's so cute. All right. I'm just going to keep walking y'all around. This door right here, this is my pantry, which, yes, again, I am no good at organizing, okay? So all I did was I've got cans and stuff here. We live in this home, okay? We do. We live in this home. We eat this food, all of this. I've got my box stuff over here. I've got instant potatoes, rice, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Right here's like my spaghetti stuff, my coffee. And then, see, I've got a few little organized things here. Sorry, let me turn this light on. I've got my Kool-Aid packets here for my bottled water, my tea, Kool-Aid that goes in the normal pitchers. So it's all semi-organized, okay? Back there's just kind of a crawl space, and I've got like cookbooks and stuff in this. Because again, I've got a really small kitchen, okay? I've got to get all this cleaned up here. My niece left her bunny and stuff here. This stuff is for my daughter's birthday, which is coming up soon. Usually I'll just kind of decorate all through here and stuff. This is my grandmother's bathroom, which we share with her, which is on the bottom half of the house. When I first moved in here, this was like a really ugly brown color, like almost the same color as this door, which I would like to paint that and sand it down and all that. These were a weird brown color too. I tried to paint them white, but I think I really want to paint them black, kind of match these, but I'm not sure. If y'all see what color I should paint those, let me know. But all this needs to be cleaned up. I need 4 more lights to put in up here. I thought about right here replacing those faucets and getting like 2 oval mirrors to put like right here, and I think that would look really good. I need to clean the shower and stuff up, get that rag out of there. See, it's brighter now so everyone can see. Get these towels up, probably sweep, mop, all this. We keep towels and stuff in here. These closets really need to be cleaned up, but this is 2 big closets. See, unorganized. All this needs to be cleaned up. I had a job for like 7 years, so I really didn't have time to do all this until now. I love this sign I got when we first moved in here. Toilet rolls. If you lift it up, put it down. If it runs out, replace it. If you miss it, wipe it. If you're finished, flush it. If it smells, spray it. Ladies, remain seated for the whole performance. And gentlemen, stand closer. It could be shorter than you think. So we're crazy here, but this is my grandmother's closet. She does live with us. She's 76, so I try to kind of help out with her and stuff. So she's a little more organized than us. All right, and I'm going to turn these lights off. This all needs to be cleaned up around here. So, and yes, we've got floor that we need to replace and stuff. It's where this toilet was actually leaking water, and it messed up the floor a little bit right here. So we had to buy a new toilet and all that. So that's why that floor is messed up there. We do have plans on buying more floor throughout the house. Like, I want to take this carpet out because I'm not a fan of carpet. Rip all this out up these stairs and all of that, and replace it with hardwood floors. This is my messy game room. And as you can see, I told y'all, what you see is what you get. My puppy dog got locked in here. See? Poop. I told y'all, what you see is what you're going to get. My daughter has her little rollers over here in the floor. My other daughter has her hair bow in here. This is what we call the family game room. Kind of hang out in here. My daughter's easels. Like to let them paint. They left a shoebox and stuff in the floor. They come in here and eat snacks and put all of it right here in this trash can. So I like to get all this area and stuff cleaned up. It's a big mess. So that's what I'm going to work on today, cleaning all this up. And then we are going to go upstairs. Okay. Gonna get all this cleaned up, going up the stairs. This is my family portrait wall I've started. I've still got a lot more to put up here. See where he's kind of ruining the carpet up here too? Like I said, I'm wanting to take all this out. Me and my husband just talked about it today. And get it cleaned up. This is like my little mini hallway, I guess. From like our kids' room to our room. So this is my daughter's rooms. They are messy, of course. So all this needs to be cleaned up. I'd like to get them new dressers, which is probably coming in the future because this one's kind of broke at the bottom. I need to get all this cleaned up. Get all this cleaned up. They still have eggs out from Easter. Don't know why. I thought I got all the eggs and all the candy, but I guess I didn't. Clean all this up. Like I said, they usually don't do too terribly bad, but it is what it is. And then this is my oldest little area that she has going on. Toy box. Here is their closets, which need to be cleaned up, organized. I'm not sure I will get done with all of this today, but I'm going to do my best. Okay. Again, I've got 2 kids. I've got to pick them up from school after a while. I need to take that downstairs to the garage. Here is the other closet. So she just kind of throws all her stuff on the floor. And those were hanging on the walls. 2 giant flowers. Well, one of those are. I don't know where the other pink one is. That was a baby doll carrying case. But yeah, all this needs to be organized and cleaned up. Okay, and that is it for this room. And the reason why we have these right here, we do have central heat and air, but upstairs gets really hot at night sometimes in the summertime. So we put these in temporarily, but they have these little things that you can put like at the top of your ceiling, and it's like central heat and air, and it connects up, and it does a lot better than these. But for now, those work. So that's what we're using. So, yep, that's my kids' room for right now. And then, here is our bathroom. See, again, mess. What you see is what you're gonna get. I like how this is, and I've thought about really painting these. The only things I really don't like is these little white on the handles. But I don't know. If y'all feel like I should paint this, let me know what color you think I should paint it. I thought about like I did downstairs with the dark gray and then the black handles, but I don't know. I kind of like this like wood around this. I don't know. I've not really decided yet. Also, if anyone could please tell me, how do you get border off the wall? Whoever lived here before us, they put this border up. I sprayed it with warm water, etc., etc. It will not come off. I'm still going to have to try again. I've not tried again. I tried once and I'm like, I'm done with this. So if anyone could please tell me how to get this border off my wall, that would be greatly appreciated. I've got my little Hello Sweet Cheeks sign here. Again, we're very humorous here. I need to get all this cleaned up. This cleaned up. This is my granny house coat that I love to wear. Yes, I know it looks like a little old lady house coat. I love it, okay? And I keep this little beach bag here for my youngest so she can play with toys while she takes a bath. Here is my... I've got clean towels that I need to put here. I need to take all this to the dirty clothes hamper, all that. This isn't too terribly bad organized. I feel like this is okay. That's not bad. I just need to get all this taken downstairs to the dirty clothes hamper, get all it straightened up, and let's go check out my room. So yeah, this is the bathroom. Just needs to be cleaned up, organized. Gosh, I hate that. Yeah, if anyone could tell me how to take that down, please let me know. This is my disgusting, unorganized bedroom, okay? These are probably clean. My husband just, this is how he shows me he loves me and he's thinking of me, gives me stuff to do. I can't say anything. Some of this mess is mine too. These are all my shoes. My Croc house shoes, my sandals, my steel toes that I used to wear when I worked. My boots, which those will be getting put up because winter's over. So, this is an old lantern that we found at a thrift store. It is really, really old. I don't know if y'all can tell that, but it's pretty old. I've got to get that put up in here somewhere. All of this cleaned up and stuff. We were sorting through all this because, we're kind of starting our own like trucking business. So we had all kinds of papers thrown everywhere, looking for other papers. And of course he was eating and drinking while he was doing it. So I've got to get all this organized and straightened up. I really like to get my original bed covers and put on here, which are like white and all that. I really like to get a headboard eventually and maybe something to put down here. Again, like I said, I've not really had a lot of time to do a lot of stuff because I worked a full-time job. Plus, I was a mom of 2. So as soon as I would get off work, I would come straight home and start cooking. Okay. I've got 2 little pictures here. I did have a big one, but I've not found it yet. So I've just got to look for it. Here is more of my house shoes. Some old clothes I've got to get rid of. One of my kids' pictures I've got to get put up. New pillow we just got at Beals. I like to shop at Beals. Looks like some games, more photos, covers I need to take downstairs, a body pillow, and a bunch of box stuff. I'm not sure why this is even up here, if I'm being completely honest with you. So I've got to get all this stuff straightened up. This is my closet. My husband shares my closet with me because I don't know why. He says he doesn't like his, which looks exactly the same. I've got to get all this stuff up. Again, we moved in here and I was still working at the same time we were trying to move in here. So I've got to get all this stuff straightened up. Again, all this might not be done in one day, but eventually it's all going to get done. And I'm going to take y'all with me on this journey. This is his closet. Not really sure why he doesn't like it. It looks the same as mine, just messy. Here's my dresser. I'll need to get all this cleaned off and everything. And then I'd like to get some curtains and stuff and put up here and in the girls' room too. Also over here as well. If anything, I could probably get some that kind of go back. That way when it gets real hot this summer, this can still be open and running. Here is my attic. Ooh, spooky. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When we first looked at this house, I almost wanted to not buy it because of how creepy this attic looks. But once after living here, it wasn't that bad. I really need a yard sale. Do y'all see all this stuff? I've tried to organize this literally the best way that I can. But, yeah, it's not doing so well for me. So, like, I've got my big Christmas things, like, right here. All of my mainly Halloween stuff here. I am the biggest Halloween chick, I swear, you will ever meet. I go all out. So, y'all will definitely see that this year. I have my fall stuff, like, right here. Okay. I do pretty good with fall. Most of my house is decorated for fall. And then I got a lot of Christmas stuff and everything decorated right here. I also like to decorate my front porch. Easter, I just got put away. I've got a few totes over there. I don't go too terribly big on Easter. Like I decorate my front porch and then I've got some stuff to decorate my dining room and living room, and that's pretty much it. All of this is like, so we used to live in my husband's parents' house and stuff, you know, after they passed away and all of that. And so a lot of this is like a lot of their stuff, like old dishes and stuff like that. I really need to sort through this, and then we really need to have a yard sale so I can get all the stuff cleaned up. Some of this is like old bed covers and stuff. I need to go through it to see if I even want to keep it or to sell it. I've got my 4th of July stuff right here. Some yard sale stuff. So yeah, this is just a bunch of, I've got a lot of stuff, y'all. I desperately need a yard sale. So even got old shoes and stuff in the floor I've got to do away with. All this needs to be cleaned up. So again, yeah, like I said, this might not all get done in one day. But eventually I would really like to get all of this stuff done, okay? So this is the inside of my house so far that I've shown y'all. I'm going to go through, turn all these lights off. We have baby gates because Porky likes to roam. We don't want him going in the girls' bedroom and getting into their stuff. He's usually not too terribly bad about getting into stuff, but still we like to keep it closed off just in case. And then the master bedroom is down here. I'm not going to show y'all the master bedroom because my mama's in there and that's where she lives. But it's right through here and it's a big area. And then, of course, the master bathroom I showed y'all earlier. Let's go outside and I'll kind of do a walk around. So, got my summer little wreath there. One of my friends made that. I bought it from her. I thought it was so cute. She did good. And this is my yard. So it's a pretty good sized yard. We really love it out here. I need to trim these bushes again. This is one side of my porch. I really like to decorate this, but I've not decided really what I want to do with over here. And then here is the other side. I've kind of got this one a little bit decorated. I put fake flowers out here because it's just easier to take care of. So I put fake flowers there. I've got blankets, pillows, sunscreen. Not sure whose drink that is. I think it's my mama's. I get these lanterns and put out here, and they work. They're beautiful. All right. These I need to replace because they quit working on me. This at nighttime I will really have to show y'all because all this lights up. It is so pretty. It's like the flickering flames and stuff. Again, I need to get weed killer and go along here. Clean this up. This is my back area. My garage that we really need to get cleaned up. See, I've got a bunch of stuff over here. I told y'all, our house is very unorganized, nasty, messy. It all needs to be cleaned up. Over here is where I do laundry and all that. So, see, I've got a lot of stuff I need to get done. And this needs to be organized and all that. So, yeah, it's a pretty big mess, okay? This is our backyard. We recently just took this up. It was like right here. This was all irises, kind of like that, but they're like different colors. But my husband don't want nothing else right here anymore. We're just wanting to do grass right here. Got some pretty flowers growing over there. That's my husband's, that is my husband's Jeep doors that he took off. My kayak, tractor. We recently just did this. I'm still not done with this area, and I mulched all this. I still got to take my Easter bunny butt down. So I've got to get all this cleaned up, get these picked up, these pulled. Again, like I said, I just put this mulch down. I've already got stuff growing in it. So it's a lot of work. And we just pressure washed all this too. Like, all this was so nasty. I've got a few videos and pictures of that too. It was so gross. And I'd like to get my picnic table back out here. And get this put back in there, but I've got to clean all this out. We got too much stuff, y'all. That's my little barn that goes out back. Got a bunch of stuff in it. And it's got a loft and stuff upstairs too. We got stuff in. This needs to be trimmed. This I just did. It still looks pretty good. I probably need to go through it and kind of weed it out some. But we just did this. God, that one's gotten big. They weren't this terribly big last time I was out here doing all this, but it looks a lot better than it did. And I'm trying to get grass to grow over here. Actually, it's grown a whole lot since the last time. We had our septic tank lines fixed. And so now every week I've been coming out here and putting grass seed in all the bald spots. And so it's actually grown a whole lot since we've had it done. So, I mean, a whole lot. If y'all can look, there's like some baby grass here. So, little bits of baby grass growing everywhere. I've worked really hard trying to, get grass to grow over here. I've got some plants and stuff growing here. I still got to mulch all this. I stopped here last week. Now, I've got to clean all this out and put some stuff down and put mulch in here. These started growing. I didn't think these were going to grow. I thought this was actually dead. So I've got to weed eat all this, put some mulch in here. I'm going to get this fixed. I don't know why my husband didn't put that back on the central heat and air. These started growing. I thought this was dead too. I need to pull weeds out of this. This just started growing. I thought these were dead too, honestly. And then these are really pretty. It's kind of a mess though when you let it get out of hand. These are really a mess. So, but yeah, I need to get those cleaned up. But yeah, that is pretty well it. I need to get those picked up and fixed. They fell down. I thought all of these were dead too, but they started growing. I probably need to trim them a little bit. Oh my gosh, a baby pig. Yeah, they must have hatched. And that is it. You can tell we're out here pressure washing because I still got that out here I need to go take up. But yeah, that is it. So let us get started, guys. But first, cereal. I don't know about any of y'all, but I absolutely love me some Fruity Pebbles. I told y'all, I'm out of here. I bet normal adults probably like Cheerios and stuff like that. Yep. I am definitely a kid at heart. So I'm going to eat some cereal and then we'll get started. Okay, so right here, I need to clean around this. And then, of course, get the smudges and stuff off from here. And then we should be good. Let's get started. I understand that they make cleaner for stainless steel, but I would still rather things be sanitized, and that's why I use the disinfectant sprays mainly, and then I'll just kind of go back over it with a paper towel. That way there's no streaks and no smudges, and it's clean. Okay, so this I got at Amazon. You just fill this little cup up with water. There is a line that tells you the limit on the thing. It comes with all this stuff here. This one that I bought didn't come with these though. So these you have to actually purchase separate on Amazon. Got lavender and orange and all that. And I think there's like rose and citrus tea, mint. That one's mint. That one's rose. I know my camera's blurry. I'm sorry. There we go. This one's lemon. If you like that fresh lemon smell. This one is jasmine. And this is the tea tree that I like to use. That's what I'm using now. It also comes with this little remote. If you can see it, if my camera will stop. It's got power button on it. And then it's got like a timer. You can put it on like an hour or 2 hours. Then you can turn your lights on. I don't know why it shows that it's like flickering here. It's really not flickering in like real life. All right, let's get started on cleaning this mess up. let's get started on this nasty, disgusting mess. Okay guys, this is the room I'm going to do next. It's really gross. I done got the doggy poo up, and of course I already cleaned this glass here. I've got all this to fix. Right now I'm just gonna kind of open these curtains to kind of give some light in here, so I can see better. And then I'm going to take me a small break and then get started. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Kind of open these curtains up, let some light come in. Lord, I don't know what I did. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm scared to mess with that one. That one will go up too, but I'm scared to mess with it because I'm always scared I'm gonna break it. So usually my husband just does that one. So I'm gonna clean this one next. I'm gonna take a break, get me some sweet tea, and get started. This is nasty. Okay, so if you do not have this mop, run, do not walk. Seriously, this is the best thing ever. So you put it in here to get it wet, and then you put it in this one to wring it out. It is amazing. I love this thing. So this is what I use right here. I use Gain, and then I use scalding hot water to put in that to get stuff off the floor, which works really good. I don't know if y'all can tell a difference, but I most definitely can. There was smudges all over this floor. My daughter had nasty, dirty bowls over here, food all over this. My kids are very, very messy. There was spots where Porky had come in here and peed. Porky, is this feller? Yes, he's so cute. Aww. Mama, baby boy. We named him Porky because he's half pug, half Yorkie, but that's where we get Porky. This was disgusting. Yes, we still have like a little bit of Halloween stuff here because, again, like I said, Halloween's like my favorite holiday. So I cleaned all this off, wiped all it down, emptied that out. It was disgusting. Absolutely nasty. Wiped the windowsills and stuff out and all that. Swept and mopped, and it looks so much cleaner. So much better. Oh, and this area back here. It had rollers, a hair bow, and all that. I got all it cleaned up. Swept, mopped up, all that. So... It looks so much better. I don't know if y'all can tell a difference, but I most definitely can. And it smells so good in here now.